All right, Pac-Manians, here's page 2 of 10.3. The rocket boosters of a U.S. space shuttle weigh a whopping 1,292,000 pounds. Even when the shuttle is launched, or each when the shuttle is launched, how many tons does each rocket booster weigh? Tons weigh a lot, they're big, so I need fewer. So we are obviously going to divide, right? If I have 1,292,000 pounds, I'm not going to have more than that in tons, right? So I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. We're going to do their way first, and then I'm going to show you the way that I would do it, and it's more like what we've always done. So since pounds are smaller than tons, I need to divide to get something smaller, right? Or to get something bigger. I need fewer of them by 2,000. All right? So I hate those sentence frames. Just remember, tons are bigger. I need fewer, so I divide, okay? So what they're going to do here is break this apart. So we're going to take 2,000 equals what times 2? 2 times what is 2,000? 1,000, right? So I'm going to put 1,000 here, and then they're going to divide it. So it's kind of like distributed property here, right? I'm going to distribute this. I'm going to divide a little part, and then I'm going to divide the rest. So I'm going to take 1,292,000 and divide it by 1,000, which is something that you could do. And when I divide by 1,000, what am I really doing? I'm taking off how many zeros? So this is balancing decimal, right? So I'm just going to take these off, and I'm going to get 1,292. Got rid of my zeros. Okay, so I take 1,292, and I divide that by 2. And of course, we never really like it set up this way. I'm going to 1,292 divided by 2. All right, how many 2's can I take from 6 or 12? 6, I just said it. All right, oopsie. Minus 12, I got my 0. Bring down my 9. 2 goes into 9 how many times? 4, got it. Subtract my 8, I got 1. Bring down my last little 2 there. 2 goes into 12 again, how many times? 6. 646 tons. That is an incredibly heavy system there. Here's what else you could do and see if this hopefully rings a bell with you. I could have taken 1,292,000, and if I divide it by 2,000, what do we always say? If I have these zeros, what should I do with them? Right? I just take them off, right? And then I just divide it. So it's just one less step here. Right in that 646. All right. So down to this part here, we've got a pound. It's got how many ounces in a pound? 16. So the one thing you have to be kind of good at doing is multiplying and dividing by 16. So you kind of got to get familiar with multiples of 16. 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, right? So get familiar with some of those. What I would have to do is, I know that 1 pound is 16. Okay, and hopefully I know that this is 32. If I don't know, I've got to rewrite these expressions over here. 16 times 2 and get my 32. All right, and the same goes here for pounds. 3 pounds is going to be 48. 16 times 3 is 48. All right, 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1 over there. Hopefully you can see that. You'll have to let me know. And then if I go to 4 pounds, I'm going to go 16 times 4, or I got to go 16 and remember with my fingers. So the picture thing is not the best for me. I would just multiply as best I can, or you're going to have to draw 16 4 times and 5 times in order to get the last of these. Or you can go 4 times 6 is 24. Put my 4 there, my 2 up there. 4 times 1, of course. 4 plus 2, 64, which is something we've already done. And notice that it's double 2, so I could have just doubled that too. There's lots of different ways to do this, but most of the time you're not going to get a pattern like this. You're going to have to multiply, all right, or repeatedly add, which is multiplication. And then I'm going to get to here, 16 times 5. All right, 6 times 5 is 30. That's an easy one. Then 5 times 1, 5 plus the 3. Got my 80, right? Okay, so this is just multiplying. 5 pounds, it's 5 times 16. 4 times 16. So come down here, I've got 15 pounds is how many ounces? Well, how many ounces are in a pound? 16 still, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and write times 16 here. So that way I don't have to rewrite stuff. Okay, can you see that? There. So times 16 right here. 5 times 6, 30. 6 times 1 is 6, right? Plus 3, 90. So I'm going to write that in there. What do I put here? A 0, because I'm multiplying by 10. Got it? I almost got lost here because my 15 kind of faded away on me. All right. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. We got that. 0, 4, carry my 1, and 2, 240. All right. Hopefully you can see that well. 3 tons, tons to pounds. Well, how many pounds are in a ton? 2,000. So double that's how much? 4,000. Then triple it is 6,000. You just think of this as 3 times 2, which is 6. And since it's thousands, I add 3 zeros. So it's 6,000 pounds. Tons to pounds are easy. I just multiply whatever it is by 2 and add 3 zeros. What do? Multiply it by 2 and add 3 zeros. Here I've got 320 ounces divided by, I want to go from ounces to pounds. Well, ounces are my smallest, so I know I'm going to be dividing to get a smaller number because pounds are bigger. I need less of them. So I'm going to take 320. Wait, let me write it down. Yeah, I'll write it up here anyway. 320 divided by 16. And this again is where you got to know, hopefully, some of the factors of 16. If you do it enough, you'll remember the first 4 or 5. All right, so there's 16, 32, 48, 64, and 80. All right, if you can remember those, it'll make your life a little bit easier. But how many 16s can I take from 32? Does 32 sound familiar? It should. That means I can take 2, right? Minus 32, and I get 0. Bring down my 0. I'm done now, right? No, just because it's a 0 doesn't mean I'm done. What do I need to put over here in the ones column? Also a 0, so I get 20 pounds. All right, we're off to a good start. There's only 3 of them, right? Pounds, ounces, and tons. So just got to remember the hard one is 16. That's it. We got this.